What is your solution to the conflict?
I do believe in a one-state solution because two-state solution will not work and is not working in reality because of the settlements, because of the water issues, the refugees, the land-wise, the resources, the wall now, and the checkpoints. So I do believe in a one-state solution. I'll call it Palestine, you call it Israel. We each person equals one vote. You'll have two parties. It's like the States or any other place. And each will be given the equal right to live in their space with freedom of movement and freedom of speech, freedom of practicing any religion or speech or anything.
Okay. Now, I always ask this about the one-state solution. I ask everyone. So let's say there's a lot of Jews out there who love Hebron as a holy city for Jews. What's to stop them from buying up all of Hebron in a one-state solution?
Well, I always consider our conflict not as a religious conflict. Israel always turns it into a religious conflict. Ours was never religious from the Palestinian side. At least it didn't start as religious. I do believe, as I said, freedom of practice and freedom of religion. Each will has, or they have access to their religious place. Christians, Muslims, and Jews. Whether in Hebron, whether in Jerusalem, whether in Bethlehem, whether.
But if it happens that a lot of rich Jews from America buy the apartments in Hebron and turn it into a Jewish area.
Well, that's the thing. If it's one-state solution, there won't be neighborhoods according to religion, and the only country in the world that has cities or neighborhoods identified as by their religion is Israel, and the nationality of the Israelis are Jewish, not Israelis. So this is one-state solution means each will be living freely, equally in the same place, same space, regardless of the religion. And if I have money and I'm Muslim, Christian, Jewish, and I'm gonna buy something, it's a one-state solution. We are living in one place, so
it would be okay, right?
It won't be.
If rich Palestinians buy up Tel Aviv and rich Jews buy up Hebron,
it won't be a problem because it's one-state solution, which is one person, one vote, and equality.
سلام طويلة الأمد. أنا بدرس هلا حاليا تنمية موارد بشرية فيمكن إنه
so maybe we can have a long-term plan. I am now studying human resources.
يمكن إنه يكون ما في مثلا اتفاقيات أو تشاورات ما بين الجانبين الإسرائيلي والفلسطيني.
يمكن إنه ما يكون في.
ما بدنا.
We don't want any negotiations or plans or agreements between the two sides, between the Palestinians and the Israelis.
لأنه حيكون على حسابنا نحن الفلسطينيين.
Because it would be on our account. It would be like.
They would pay the price for it.
We would pay the price for it as Palestinians. It would be for their advantage, for the Israelis' advantage, and it would be against our people, the Palestinian people.
So what is her solution for peace then?
طب إذا شو حلك أنت للسلام؟
المفروض القيادات اللي عندنا هي اللي تتخذ قرارات.
Our leaderships
رأي الشعب
are the ones who should take the decisions. They should see the people's opinion, and then take their decision upon the people's opinions.
But what would it look like on the ground? Meaning, would everyone be able to visit each other? Would there be two states, one state?
هذا الشيء يعني كيف هذا الشيء ممكن يترجم على الأرض الواقع؟ ممكن إنه الإسرائيلي والفلسطيني يزوروا بعض؟ هل ممكن يكون دولتين؟ يعني كيف ممكن يكون؟
لا هي الأفضل إنه يكون في دولتين.
It's best to have two states, us alone and them alone.
Oh, why?
ليش؟
لما يكون في عندنا دولة إحنا رح ناخذ كل حقوقنا.
Because we would have a state and we would have all of our rights and we would realize all that we want.
منتوجاتنا لحالنا.
Our independency, our own products.
ما في عمالة برا.
We wouldn't have
أبناء شعبنا هون فلسطين.
external labor. إيش حكيتي آخر شيء؟
إنه نشغل أبنائنا هون. إنه إحنا
to employ our own people.
نشغلهم هون بدل ما نشغلهم برا.
To make them work in our own factories for us to have our own products and not outside, and to maintain our youth in our own country and for them not to go abroad to work.
So to him, what is his solution for peace?
بالنسبة لك شو الحل عشان السلام عشان نوصل للسلام؟
الحل يعني واضح جدا بالايد
So the
متناول
solution is
اليد.
very clear, and it's actually, you can reach it by hand. That's how close it is.
Okay.
هناك أراضي احتلت عام 67.
There are lands that have been occupied in 1967.
والقانون الدولي يقر بأن هذه
International
الأراضي
law
هي أراضي محتلة.
recognizes these lands as occupied lands.
وكل ما قامت به إسرائيل في التغيير الديموغرافي
And all the demographic
والسكاني في الضفة
changes
الغربية
that Israel has done in the West Bank
وقطاع غزة
and in
والقدس
the
يعتبر يعني
and in the
غير
Gaza Strip
شرعي
and
وغير قانوني.
Jerusalem is illegitimate and illegal.
المطلوب أن يجبر المجتمع الدولي
What is required is that the international community
المعتدي والمحتل
that they force the occupier,
على الانسحاب من الأراضي التي احتلت عام 67.
the occupier and the aggressor to retreat from the lands that have been occupied in 1967.
والاعتراف بحق الشعب الفلسطيني
And to
بإقامة
recognize the
دولة
Palestinians'
فلسطينية
right
مستقلة
to have an
عاصمتها
independent
القدس.
state with Jerusalem as its capital.
Okay. What about the right of return?
وشو رأيك عن حق العودة؟
حق العودة حق مقدس يعني مقرر في القرارات الدولية
It's a
194.
it's a sacred right. It's a sacred right that is recognized in the law that with the number of 194.
Yeah, in Resolution 194.
Yes.
ولكن يتضح تماما أن هناك إمكانية للحديث حول محتوى ومضمون حق العودة.
Keep hearing.
بمعنى أنه لا يمكن إعادة ال 12 مليون فلسطيني الموجودين الآن إلى حيفا وعكا ويافا.
But there have been some talks. I'm not really understanding what he said, but there have been some talks about maybe perhaps it's not so doable to bring back 12 million people back to Haifa and Akka.
So maybe to here, to the West Bank, to the independent state.
المطلوب حل متفق عليه بين الطرفين.
So there should be a solution that both sides agree upon.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh, what is your solution to the conflict?
شو حلك للصراع؟ شو حلك أنت للصراع؟
احنا المشكله اللي بيننا وبين الاسرائيلي يعني مشكله ازليه وقديمه يعني مش
The problem between us and Israel is a problem that has been going on forever.
احنا الشعب الوحيد يعني اللي موجود حاليا على
And we are the only
اللي
people
بعيش تحت احتلال.
who are living under an occupation.
يعني احنا تغربنا من بلادنا، تهجرنا احنا اللاجئين، احنا بنعيش داخل المخيمات.
Us refugees, we have been displaced and we are living in refugee camps right now.
يعني احنا من حقنا ان نعيش كباقي الشعوب وكباقي
And it's our
العالم.
right to live just like any other people in the world.
فاسرائيل هي معروف انها دولة احتلال.
So Israel is known as an occupation.
وبيطبقوا فينا يعني القتل، الاعتقال.
And they apply killing and arrests.
وقضيتنا معروفة لكل
And
العالم.
our issue is known to the entire world.
وفيش حدا مقدم لنا يعني فيش حدا مساعدنا.
And nobody's helping us. And
Okay, but what
it's
is
all
his
just
solution? He keeps just
talking.
going on.
شو الحل؟
فيش حل.
There is no solution.
No, you get to pretend he's magical. He's God. I don't know how to phrase this.
Magical. Let's just go with
Like
magical.
a magical, and he can. What would it look like? What would peace look like?
Let's say he's president.
He's president, sure.
خلينا نحكي أنت الرئيس مثلا، شو ممكن يكون الحل تبعك؟
فيش موجود حل.
مش موجود.
الحل الوحيد انها اسرائيل تطلع من بلادنا، اليهود يطلعوا من بلادنا ويرجعونا على بلادنا.
is for the Jews to leave the country and to give us back our country, to go back to where we came from, to go back to where we were.
And do you think that's going to happen?
هل برأيك هذا الشيء رح يصير؟
ما بيد رب العالمين يعني راح يجي وقت. احنا مسلمين ومنآمن انه في بقرآننا والسنة بتحكي انه راح يجي وقت انه راح يكون حرب نهائية على هذا الارض. انه راح يكون حرب نهائية على الارض واحنا ان شاء الله راح نرجع على بلادنا.
God willing, we will come back to our lands.
اما بالنسبة للاتفاقيات اللي بتصير كل هذا اشي عبثي يعني كل هذا بس مجرد انه تضييع وقت مش اكثر.
To waste time.
وكلياتها وعود.
He doesn't prefer though to have an agreement with Israel and to stop suffering, or just to suffer. forever. What does he prefer?
شو بتفضل انت انه الفلسطينيه والاسرائيليه يعملوا اتفاق وينهوا الالم والمعاناه، ولا انه الشعب الفلسطيني يضل عايش في معاناه؟
هسا عندنا احنا الرئيس طرح اللي هي حلول اللي هي دولة على 67 على اراضي 67 اللي احنا موجودين عليه.
suggested a state on the 1967 borders which we are on right now.
هسا احنا ضد الاتفاقية هذه لانه مش
We are
حقنا
against
احنا
this
اللاجئين.
agreement because it's unjust to us refugees.
So he prefers to suffer.
معناها انت بتفضل انك تعاني يعني.
انا مش مشكلة انه احنا نضلنا نعاني ولا انه حقنا يروح وارضنا تروح.
It's better to keep suffering than for our right and for our lands to go away.
If she could create a solution, if she's the president, what would it be?
ايش اسمه؟ مي. خلينا نفترض انه انت الرئيس او الرئيسه.
سامعة انا الرئيسة او الرئيسة. طيب
نفترض انك انت الرئيس، شو ممكن تقترحي حل عشان الصراع؟
يعني إزالة الاحتلال أول إشي، يعني هذا الصراع اللي بيننا وبينهم فيش يعني صراع.
Removing the occupation.
بس الصراع
That's the
فيش
base and
عندنا
root
بس اللي هو
of the conflict.
Okay, what is the occupation? Is she talking about the West Bank or all
ما
of
في عندنا
Israel?
أي مشكلة إحنا
We have
إلا
no
مشكلتنا
problem.
مع اليهود
Our
يطلع
problem is
المساجين
with
وبس
the
هذول
Jews and we want the
النقطتين.
prisoners to be released.
So our problem is not with the
رئيسنا
Jews?
مليح والكل شيء مليح والحمد لله كل شيء متوفر، بس مشكلتنا بالاحتلال والمساجين اللي
We have everything, but our problem lies with
أنا هيك بطلب
the
يعني.
occupation and with the prisoners. That's what I would.
Okay, and she's talking about the occupation of the West Bank?
أنت عم تحكي عن احتلال الضفة؟
احتلال اليهود إسرائيل
الضفة ولا كل فلسطين؟
اللي بكل فلسطين.
That's all of Palestine.
طبعا
So would
غزة وإحنا نفس المشكلة بلد واحدة.
Gaza and us, we are the same country.
yeah. And also Israel is the same country?
وإسرائيل كمان نفس البلد.
نعم. أنا بطالب إنه يعني طلوعهم وخروجهم من فلسطين على أساس نرتاحهم، وهذا هي مشكلتنا الوحيدة.
I demand that they leave our country so that we would be, relaxed and comfortable. That's the only problem that we're facing.
إحنا ما في
But
مشكلة.
they're trying to
No problem.
Okay, but is the country the West Bank and Gaza or all of it? That's
She
what
said all of it.
So all of it. So meaning the Jews have to leave completely.
معناها اليهود لازم يرحلوا
100%
كلياً.
هذا هو أنا
100%.
طبعا
This is
Okay.
what I.
الطلب الوحيد يعني.
That's
This is my one
وطلب أي
demand.
طفل من طفل من سن 5 سنين
The
لفوق
demand
هذا طلبهم.
of anybody from the age of 5 until above.
And do you think that's actually going to happen, that 6 million Jews are going to leave?
برأيك هذا الشيء ممكن يحصل؟ 6 مليون يهودي يرحلوا؟
يعني هذا الأفضل إلنا يعني هذا هو اللي بريحنا نهائي، بس هاي المشكلة.
This is what's best for us. This is what would make us, this is what would put our minds to ease and solve the problem completely.
What is your solution to the conflict between Israel and Palestinians?
Israelis must go out to Palestine because it's our land.
Okay. Wait, and Palestine is the West Bank or all of Palestine?
No, all of Palestine.
Okay. And do you think that'll happen?
Yes.
Why? How do you think it'll happen?
Okay. I'm Muslims, and in our Quran, we read no Israelis must go out Palestine. In the
أنا مترجمة إذا في شيء عصلج معك تعال نترجم.
في ظروف إنه شو اسمه إنه في عنا ظروف خاصة راح تصير.
There will be certain circumstances that will make this happen.
Where in the Quran does it say that?
وين بالقرآن هذا الشيء؟ أي آية أي سورة؟
مش حافظة.
مش حافظة النص بس في أي سورة تقريبا.
مش حافظة.
She doesn't know. She doesn't remember.
No, doesn't remember.
Okay.
سورة الإسراء.
In the Isra.
Okay, book.
Chapter.
Yeah, chapter. Okay. And so it'll happen because it says so in the Quran? That's the idea?
لأنه انحكى في القرآن.
Okay.
Okay.
If you speak in Arabic, she'll translate. What is your solution to the conflict with Israel?
With Israel. I don't go inside the. I don't like to talk
No,
speak
what-
politics. I don't like to speak politics.
Oh, so
First of all,
okay, but if you could create a solution, you don't want to.
For us, we can go to Israel by permission, special permission.
Okay.
I go with permission.
No, I know. But if you could have a solution.
أستاذي إنه إذا أنت مثلا أنت حضرتك كفلسطيني شو بتشوف مطالبك عشان يصير في حل للصراع الفلسطيني الإسرائيلي؟ شو بدك عشان يصير في حل؟ شو رأيك؟
دولة في مصر.
We want a state.
A state. Yeah. We need the airport. We need the sea. We need the boats to go and to come, like other countries.
Okay. So that means like a two-state solution.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's it.
What is her solution, personal solution to the conflict?
شو ممكن يكون حلك الشخصي للصراع؟
If you were queen.
إذا أنت كنت مثلا الملكة أو الرئيسة.
Fight.
Yeah?
Fight.
Okay.
لا أخذ بالقوة لا يسترد إلا بالقوة.
What was taken by force can only be taken back.
Taken back by force.
We have a right and we have to fight to return.
Okay. And what would happen to the Jews?
وشو ممكن يصير لليهود؟
Leave our country.
Leave our country?
Even if they're born here, even if they're here many generations?
Just a minute. The Jews who's born here, they have a right to stay.
That's almost everyone.
It's a little.
It's 70%.
70% من الإسرائيلية ولدوا هون يعني إلهم.
You don't know the history. You should read the history.
So what is the percentage of Jews who were born in Israel?
شو نسبة اليهود اللي ولدوا في إسرائيل؟
I don't know, but اللي ولدوا في فلسطين قبل ما يجوا اليهود هم أقلية. وهم رفضوا إنه يجوا المستعمرين اللي هم بدهم يأسسوا دولة
The ones who were born here before 1948.
The ones who were born here before 1948.
We are a friend.
A minority, and they refused the occupation, and we are friends, as you say.
Okay, now, but those Jews who were 600,000, now their children are probably half the population.
The ones who were here before
1948. Yes.
اللي كانوا هون قبل 48 هم تقريبا 600,000.
زاد عددهم.
طبعا زاد عددهم أولادهم.
Or they have one mother or one grandfather or
And
someone.
what you say about the Palestinian people?
No, but I'm asking you. Wait, hold on. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
But what do you say?
We are a huge number, and we left our country. We everywhere.
No, I asked about the Israelis. What do you say? Most Israelis have, I don't know the exact number, but many Israelis today have their roots from before 1948.
1948.
48.
مين اليهود؟
معظم الإسرائيليين اليهود جذورهم موجودة هون فوق.
1920 ابتدى الاستعمار البريطاني. بدوا الهجرات اليهودية بشكل غير رسمي، بشكل غير شرعي.
In 1920, the British colonialism or occupation began, and the unofficial immigration of Jews began.
Okay. So what? But who can stay and who has to go?
فمعناها مين لازم يضل ومين لازم يروح.
Not a judge to say you stay, you leave. This is our country. We don't need. ما بدنا.
We don't want.
تنشأ دولة إسرائيل. This is the problem.
We don't want Israel to be.
To exist. Yeah.
بدك دولة إسرائيل إنها تكون موجودة.
Yeah. بدنا المغربين يرجعوا.
We want those who are in diaspora to come back.
بدنا المياه ترجع لنا.
We want the water to come back to us.
أراضينا ترجع لنا.
Our lands to come back.
Everything. That's our issue. We have to fight. بالشعر, رواية, anything.
With poetry, with novels, with anything.
With
song, anything.
Do you also mean violence?
No.
Oh no?
I don't agree to kill old people, women, child. We not like them. But we have to fight. الجندي, soldier. We have to fight him.
Okay.
When he kill our children.
And do you think fighting through poetry, non-violence fighting, do you think it'll work and the Jews will leave?
برأيك
fighting اللي هو القتال باستخدام الأمور الغير عنيفة زي الشعر والكتابة وهاي الأشياء ممكن إنها تخلي اليهود يغادروا؟
I hope so.
Okay, so for him, what is his solution to the conflict?
اتوقع حسب رايك شارلي، انت كيف بتشوف الحل للمشكله الفلسطينيه الاسرائيليه للصراع اللي بيننا وبينهم؟ ايش الحل اللي ممكن يخلينا احنا مبسوطين ونعيش بسلام؟
يصير من السلام في بيت لحم
We want peace in Bethlehem.
ومش راح يعني بجوز مش راح يعني الشعب الاسرائيلي مش اليهودي طبعا لانه هي اليهوديه ديانه.
اوكي.
الشعب الاسرائيلي يعني او السلطه الاسرائيليه انه تفتح الحواجز العملتة
Okay. I think this depends on the Israeli government. I'm not talking here about Jewish are like only people like us, a good religion. I'm talking about Israeli government and Israelis. They should open the checkpoints. They should open the borders and stop like annoying us.
The walls.
And of course destroy all these walls in Bethlehem because the peace starts from Bethlehem.
لأنه هاي الأمور صارت تأثر على الشيء الاقتصادي.
Because all these things like really badly influence the economics.
وعم نواجه مشاكل اقتصادية كبيرة لأنه
and we like
محصورين
encountering a lot of economical problems and we just like living in a big jail in Bethlehem and everywhere.
تنفتح الطرق.
We want peace. We want like borders to be open. Human rights.
وزينا زي غيرنا احنا ناس ولازم نعيش.
We're humans.
بس هذا ملخص.
We just want to live as any other person in this world.